We're all concerned about birds, especially the songbirds. There's been a 75% decline in the last 50 years of the songbird populations. So we need to help them out. And the way to do that is to feed them and make sure they have water in the winter. And one of the best things to do that, especially in the northern climate, is if you have a heated bird bath. So this one has an electric cord on it that you can plug in. It keeps it nice and warm here so it doesn't freeze over, and they have the water they need all winter long. And you also have to give them something to eat. Now, one of the big problems, of course, with any of the bird feeders is squirrels. This is a Victorian bird feeder. It not only is beautiful to hang out on your deck or patio, but it also has small holes in here so the little birds can get in, get to the feed that they need, but the bigger squirrels can't get in. A really nice option if you have squirrels and you want to have something decorative. This is another attractive feeder. It's called the dual bird feeder. It has a chamber here for bigger seed, and then you flip it around and you have a chamber for smaller seeds too. And it's easy to fill. That's what I really like about it. You just open up the top. You can see that you can just put the seed in really easily. So you have bird feeders, and of course you want to have bird houses. Anything you can do to support the birds is a really good idea. But it's not just about birds, it's also about pollinators. So we're all concerned about honeybees and the honeybee decline, but the native bees are equally as important. One of the most important native bees are the mason bees. Mason bees are great pollinators. A couple mason bees will pollinate a whole apple tree. So if you can get these bees to be in your yard and in your area, it's a good idea. This is a mason bee house and planter. So you got the mason bee tubes down here where they're going to lay their eggs and rear their young, and you've got a planter in the top where you can put some pollinating plants or maybe a pot with some plants in it too. So it's an attractive planter, and at the same time it has mason bees in the bottom of it. Now if you're concerned about stinging, mason bees are very friendly. They don't sting you, so it's a nice one to have. Now butterflies are another kind of pollinator that people talk about, and they need water like anything. These puddlers are great because you can put a little salt, water, and a little clay soil in there and keep it nice and moist, and the butterflies will come in and they'll be feeding on it. And of course, the wildlife doesn't end with the birds and the butterflies. You might have some chickens. Maybe you tried chickens and maybe they're a little too much work for you. Try just putting up some funky chickens. I love these. They're really decorative, beautiful, and you can tell your friends, I got chickens too.